Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the main event. Daniel, and tonight, we're doing WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Challenge. Arguably one of the best main events of all time. Arguably. Alright, let's get into it. We're going back to April 1st, 1990. We're at Sky Dome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. In front of 67,000 plus. And the main event is title versus title. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. Man, this is actually the first pay-per-view we ever got when I was a kid. And I remember not really giving a shit about anything except for this match. Like, seriously, it was all needless build up for I would have paid the money. All right, I didn't pay for shit. I was a kid, but I would have paid the money just for the main event. Like, seriously. And I'm not saying that the rest card is bad. It was okay, but even as a kid, I was like, nope, just give me the main event. That's all I want. This is one of those main events. This is what like a main event is, and this is one of those once in a lifetime marquee main event matchup. They're rare. They are rare, but when they do come around, my God. So let's get right into it. And really there wasn't a whole lot of build-up. It was literally, it was a legit, like, they just want to see who's the best. Like, and we don't get very many of them that much anymore. We don't have to have betrayal and backstab. No, it was literally just the two guys want to see, was Hulkamania the biggest power in WWF right now? Or is the power of the Warrior and his Warriors the biggest thing? Let's get into the matchup itself. I'll tell you right now, I love it. Literally, dude, the crowd is on fire for both. I do think, honestly, they were cheering a little louder for Hogan. But it was like you didn't hear any boos. And, like, literally every time, one person would do a move, regardless of who it was, big pop from the crowd. You could not ask for a better crowd here. Literally this match was just phenomenal. Two guys get in there and that showdown, that stare down starting off. I said it, the Royal Rumble is very electric, and I'll tell you right now, here it's even more so. It's on that grand stage, like, this is it. Like, to me, this, even though when the Mega Powers explode is a pretty big deal, this is the biggest main event since probably WrestleMania 3. And just for me personally, I hold this a little bit, and I think, even though I think that the other main event, as far as iconic, epic, whatever, it's a little higher than this one, but not by much. And believe me, they're both up there in, like, the heavens of pro wrestling. Like, they're on Mount Olympus. You know what I'm saying? This match is great. And the thing is, joke. It's funny. You get the smarkiest fucking CM Punk, Bryan Daniels. They got Dolph Ziggler's balls in their mouth. You get those fuckers that's on the internet who will sit there and, like, even though now they're kind of laying off the Warrior because he just died, but they're literally like they're the ones that will make fun of the Warrior and Hogan and be like, fuck them both, they don't wrestle, they can't do a technical bow, CM Punk, come on my face. Those fuckers will even sit there and say, no, this match is great. Like, literally, they will put aside their little smarky fucking comments, their whatever brain power they have, they put it aside, they put all that shit aside, and they'll even say, no, this match is great. And it is. Is it a technical masterpiece, showdown? No. It is just two, big, and it was a passing of the torch, in essence. It didn't quite feel, I guess since we know how it ends, it wasn't quite Andre Hogan, but still yet, just that night, by itself, it had that feel. And you know what? Both guys, for it being like a 20-minute plus match, both guys do great. You know what? Seriously, Hogan never looked better. Never did again since then. I'll say that right now. And Warrior, same thing. Like, literally, these two guys kind of hit the peak right here in this match. It's great. I love the fact that, I made this argument about the officiating at Wrestle War 1990. and how like the referee was clearly this like, well, he's letting a lot of shit slide, DQ wise. But here, it made more sense. Not just because of the fact that the commentary obviously called it, but the fact that like it was count out. Or whenever they would, hit each other and they both be out, laid out, the referee would just count really slow. But that was the reason, because this match was bigger than all of us, and they presented that way, and it was like this was it, It's Hulkamania versus the Warriors. I mean, it's. So yeah, we get this match right here. And they hit their all their signature stuff, all the signature moments in their matches. And I love it because, like I said, not once does the crowd go one way or another. The crowd's just with it. We're witnessing, these two gods battling it out in a squared circle. And the crowd doesn't care. We're all winners here. Warrior, he warriors up at one point and, just decimates Hogan. Hogan hawks up later on and just decimates the Warrior. I mean, I love it. One point, Warrior, referee's down or whatever. Warrior hits his, finisher. Hogan kicks out. Of course, referee, goes down later, but Hogan goes for his finisher. Warrior, rolls out of that. Like I said, it was so evenly matched between the two. And the only spot in it you can be like, well, was when the referee goes down. But I loved the way they played it off because the referee goes down, Hogan has it won, right? But then Warrior, whoops his ass, and then Warrior has it won, and the referee's still down. So it was almost kind of like it was balanced. It was so evenly matched. I loved it. But then, like I said, once Hogan misses that leg drop, Hogan hits the splash. 1, 2, 3. And of course, after the 3 count, Hogan finally gets his shoulder up because he wasn't going to completely lay down. But Ultimate Warrior wins. And what was great was, just that aftermath, because Hogan rolls out of the ring, and he has that disappointed look on his face, but he goes over, and at this point, Warrior has the IC title in the ring, celebrating, and Hogan grabs the world title, goes in there, and hands it over. Shakes his hand, they hug, and then Hogan gets out of the ring. Unlike what he did for Savage, whenever Savage had his WrestleMania moment, WrestleMania 4, Hogan's like, nope, this is my moment too, and he stole the lie a little bit. Not here. He literally did just pass it all over. Hogan got out, got on his little mobile ring thing, and left. While Warrior had his moment. And what a moment it was. Fireworks, all that shit. It was great. And seeing Warrior with both belts raised up, it's iconic. It really is. Getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. This to me just one of those moments. This to me is a WrestleMania moment. It's perfect. It really is. It's damn near perfect. So yeah, that's the match. Let's talk about some of the fallout, if you will, because at the time, I think they definitely got rid of it since then. Because I remember Shawn Michaels had the world and the European title at the same time, which I think he had to defend one. I can't remember. Anyways, don't matter. The Warrior was not allowed to have the world and the IC title at the same time, so they stripped him of the IC title. And, of course, it was eventually thrown into a tournament that was eventually won by Mr. Perfect, which would go on. He'd do pretty good with it. So, yeah, Warrior would go on. He would, actually, his big feud that year was Rick Rude. He would go on the feud with Rude, which was his rival from the year before. Like, they've been battling since then. Hasn't really stopped. And then, of course, now that Warrior's the champion, here came Rude. So yeah, they would have they duke it out there. Hogan went on a quick sabbatical after this. Like he went to Japan for a little bit, toured over there, and then he came back and he went after him and Earthquake started getting into. They were kind of their battles kind of heating up before the Ultimate Challenge, if you will. So it was just natural that Hogan was going to come back. Naturally, he's no longer in. That's why I love about old school wrestling too. There's no guaranteed title shot you got back. That's what I hate about today. It's like, I get a guaranteed title shot. I'm going to cash in the next night on Raw. So even if you just paid money to see that first main event, we're going to do it again for free on TV. That's going to be ridiculous anyway. I'm sorry, I'm just getting bitchy. So anyways, he came back to our feud of Earthquake, which that would lead to Earthquake sneak attacking him on the Brother Love show, injuring him, putting him out of action. And I remember this. I didn't write. This is probably when I started slipping a little bit from Hogan. Like, I was a big Hogan fan, don't get me wrong. at this point. But even I was just like, I'm not riding him. But this is where Hogan was injured, and then not only that, but they said that he was close to like almost wanting to hang it all up and possibly retire. I'm not sure if this is real or not, or if it was just kayfabe. But either way, that's what they would say on TV. They're like, he's contemplating retirement. He lost to the Warrior. It was a man against man match. He lost, straight up lost, and now he's injured and he's thinking about hanging his boots. Please send him your get well soon, notes and letters and cards and whatnot. And even I was just like, you lost, buddy. Like, this is not what Hulkamania is about. He's the one guy who will preach what Hulkamania is all about, and he never goes by it. He's a poor loser. Everybody loses. He cheats like a motherfucker. Get his way. He throws a tantrum until he gets his way, and now he loses a match fair and square and gets put out of action yet again. And he's like, I quit. I don't know. I was slightly at 5 years old. I was 5, 6 years old this time. 5. I was slightly seeing through the bullshit a little bit. Like, Warrior's not crying. Just saying. Despite what was probably really going on backstage, at least on TV, Warrior was not crying. Warrior was soldiering on. Anyways, so and that was that. Hogan would come back at SummerSlam, defeat Earthquake by countout, and then he would actually, I think him and Earthquake would just keep feuding until like 91 or so. So with Hogan usually just beating the shit out of him. So, and another little side note, this was actually the last event, or at least the last main event, last pay-per-view that Jesse Ventura would be commentary on. After this, I think he did a couple more TV shows or TV events, but then after that, gone. And sad day right here. This was to me. There's 3 great teams in WWF. This was the first one, him and Monsoon. But the second one will be on the horizon, so we'll wait till we get to that, I guess. So there we go. That's it right there. That is the WrestleMania 6. Obviously, my review of it is this is near perfect. This is probably, right now, as far as the main events that we've covered on this show, it's probably my number 2. I put it slightly behind Hogan Andre. And even then, I'm not gonna lie, in the future, I may even bump it up. I mean, it's one of the best main events. To me, it's what WWF and WrestleMania is all about. Like, to me, it has like that epic, and it's hard to like keep trying to top that because you can't. Like, no matter what, I don't know. They tried many times to try to recreate that, but you can't. You can't capture lightning in a bottle. I love everything from like the opening promo where we're seeing the constellations and we see Hogan and Warrior. Like, it's in their destiny. It's in the stars that they're going to collide. Everything about that was just awesome. Like I said, and it's unfortunate because Warrior doesn't quite get. He doesn't have the reign that Hogan ever did, despite his lack of ability. Or just what you hear about how he was backstage or whatever. It didn't amount to much. It really didn't. That sucks. But it is what it is. And for this night, you can't take it away from him. He was excellent this night. So yeah, that's that. Of course, I'd have to mention it, even though it doesn't come to way later. And we'll probably never cover it. I don't think it was the main event, so we won't have to cover it there. But they did meet again. 98 at Halloween Havoc. Fuck. I've never actually seen the match all the way through. I've seen the ending probably more times than I care to admit. Because I mean, it's horrible. It was a shit fest from what I understand. So I didn't really want to sit through it. I probably will watch it eventually, but not anytime soon. Anyway, so yeah, they met again, and of course, I do believe that because everybody said like Bischoff literally just brought Warrior in just so Hogan could beat him, and I don't think that's why he brought him in. I truly do. I mean, I know Bischoff probably lies his ass off here and there, but I truly believe they probably brought him in. I mean, just because he was name recognition. I mean, it's the fucking Ultimate Warrior. Or of course, at that time he just went by the Warrior, but who wouldn't? I mean, I'd book him. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's the fucking Warrior. I do believe that once he's there and Hogan has this creative control contract or whatever, that Hogan's like, well, guess what? If we're going to fight again, I'm winning this one. I believe that happened. But I don't think Eric Bischoff brought him in just to have him, job out to Hogan. But yeah, like I said, that less said about that match probably better. So let's leave on a good note. Let's remember this match for what it was, just the epic awesomeness that was the Ultimate Challenge. Oh my god. Alright, so guys, that's that. Let me know what you thought of this match. Drop those comments down below. And yeah, come back next week. We're going to Capital Combat 90, baby. Capital Combat 90. RoboCop. Yeah! Oh, fuck me. All right, so there we go, guys. That's all I got. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Till next time.